Welcome to Countats. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the sales budget, a very easy exercise to do, as you'll see shortly. What is a sales budget? Well, a sales budget is a component of a master budget. So when you're asked to prepare something called a master budget, very rarely will you be asked to prepare that. They will just ask you to prepare one or two components of the master budget, such as the production budget, sales budget, or the cash budget. You'll find the links to those lessons in the description below as well. But a sales budget is a component of a master budget, as are those other budgets that I just mentioned. It is usually the first budget to be prepared before the other budgets within the master budget are prepared. So this is the very first budget that you would prepare. And it should make sense because you need the sales budget to know how much do I anticipate to sell, so that I know how many inventory units I should have in stock and how many I should produce, as well as how much money I will be making in this particular period, whether I'm preparing it for a month, for a quarter, or for a year. You will begin your master budget by preparing your sales budget. This is because we need the answer from the sales budget in order to prepare the other budgets, as I've just mentioned. So what do we need to prepare the sales budget? Well, to prepare it, we simply need the projected sales units and the selling price. So you will be given, of course, how many units do you anticipate to sell, and what is the selling price at which you will sell those units. That's all you need, and you can calculate your sales budget. So let's have a look at a very simple example in doing the sales budget. Here we go. Aero Limited manufactures two products, Dagesh and Forte. The sales forecast in units for the two products are as follows. Product Dagesh, we anticipate to sell 7,000 units in January 20x5, 9,300 units in February, and 8,700 units in March. And we have the units as well for the 3 months for Forte. The selling price per unit for product Dagesh is 5 Rand, and the selling price of product Forte is 7 Rand 50. Prepare sales budget for the first quarter of the year. So we know the first quarter of the year is the first 3 months of the year, that is January, February, and March. So for us to do this, we simply need to take our number of units in January for both Dagesh and Forte, and we multiply them by their respective selling prices, and we do the same for February and March. That's why I say it's a very easy exercise to do. And here is how it's going to look. We've already drawn the table. You will see this is how it's going to look. Since we have two products, that is why we needed to account for them in our table here. We've got January 20x5, February 20x5, and March 20x5. The two products, 7,000 units for Dagesh, and we multiply that by the price per unit, or the selling price per unit, and then we get 35,000 Rand as a total revenue that we'll receive in the first quarter for Dagesh. We do the same for Forte, and we do that for the 3 months that we have. Alright, that is as easy as preparing the sales budget is. So as you can see, there's nothing confusing here. Everything should be pretty clear. Just take the number of units for each month, 5,000 for Forte, for instance, in January. We multiply that by the 7 Rand 50 per unit, and we get 37,500 Rand. So basically, in January, we're going to make 35,000 Rand in sales for Dagesh and 37,500 Rand in sales for Forte. So we know how much we're going to make in total in January. That is why a sales budget is prepared. But it's also prepared to know how many units do we need to sell in January. For Dagesh, we need to make sure we have 7,000 units in stock so that we can sell them, because this is what we anticipate to sell. And that is exactly why you prepare your sales budget. Now, for you to know how much money you receive in total, of course, I'm just going to add 35,000 plus the 37,500 for January, 46,500 plus the 48,750 for February, and we do the same for March. And here is what it's going to look like. So how much money do we anticipate making in January? The 72,500 Rand for the two products, and 95,250 Rand for the two products in February, and 90,750 Rand in March. Now remember, this is not necessarily the money that you're going to receive. This is the money that you're going to make by selling to your customers. If you want to know how much money you're going to receive, or you're going to have in your bank account at the end of each month, then you need to prepare what is called the cash budget, and that is found in the link in the description below. I hope this was simple enough, easy enough to do. If you've gained value from this lesson, consider subscribing to our channel, like this video, and share it to those you think it might help. Till next time, cheers.